Hello, this is Dr. Mark Schlatter. I want to spend a little bit of time explaining how I grade and what my grades look like. I've printed out here a sample detailed progress report to talk about the type of grades I've been giving for the first couple of weeks. There are two types of grades I give. I give participation and homework grades every week. So here's week 1 and here's week 2. Those are based on the in-class work that your student turns in as well as their homework. It's worth 20% of your student's grade, and I do not allow makeups. Although if there are good reasons why a student has not been able to make it to class, I can excuse the in-class work. And if there are good reasons why a student has not turned in homework, I will take homework late. The other type of grade I give are the standards. The standards are based off the Friday quizzes. Every standard is quizzed twice. So for example, AR1 was our first standard, finding area, and I've given a quiz on that twice. I use the highest score. So if your student scored poorly on the first quiz but did much better the second week, then to reward their improvement, I use their highest score. These standards are very important. They are 80% of your students' grades. So when you see standards on a detailed progress report or in JCampus, understand that that is a lot of your student's grade. However, your student can reassess as often as they wish during each 9-week period. So I let students take these quizzes again and again. Here's some information about what those standards mean. You can find this page at my webpage, which is bit.ly/SchlaterClass. And if you go to the resources portion, you can see the first couple of resources that we've covered in our class. So we've covered AR1, and here are some links to where you see these in illustrative mathematics. And I also have extra resources like YouTube playlists or Khan Academy sites where you can go and practice. If you go to the standards section of my website, it'll tell you how your student can take a quiz again. In other words, request a reassessment. There's this form that I ask students to fill out. So let me give you a closer look at that form. I need the student's name and period. They can recess during their PE period, which is their first period, or after school, as long as you're okay with it. They can only reassess one standard per day, so I'll only let them retake one quiz per day. When they're turning it in, I want them to give me some notice about what day they want to reassess. They shouldn't turn it in the same day that they're going to take the test, because I need some time to prepare the test. If they're taking it during PE, I need their coach's signature, and coaches are usually okay with this. It only takes about 15 minutes. If you want your student to reassess after school, I need your signature to let you know that your student's going to be leaving a little bit later, and you can pick them up by 3:15. I need to know which standard they're reassessing. So for example, if they did poorly on AR1, you would fill AR1 in here. And then this is really important. What steps have you taken to improve your score on this standard? They could go to the Illustrative Math website. There's a link here, as well as a QR code up here. Or they can go to my web page, and here's a link here, or a QR code there, and tell me what they've done on YouTube, or on Khan Academy sites, or different places. But I do need something filled out down here, so I know what they've done to improve themselves. So, once again, anytime during each of the 9 weeks that your student needs to raise a grade on one of the standards, make sure that they're filling out this request for reassessment form. Besides online, there'll be a green folder in my classroom at the front where they can get these forms. I want them to do as much as they can to improve and sharpen their mathematics skills. Please let me know if you have questions.